Welcome to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the Transformers Legacy Autobot Hot Rod. This is a core class figure, according to the box. I mean, it's also small. It's called Legends as well. Let's take a quick look at the box, and yes, this is supposedly the same figure as the Kingdom version. That's Legends are also core class. But you can kind of see right here, here's the artwork on the side of the box. Pretty cool. And then we've got this going on right here, and you got that going on up there. Very interesting. And then here is your normal Legacy side packaging, and here's the back of the box. There's the bottom of the box. And yeah, this is the same hollow kind of. There's no plastic here either, so that's not here. So there's a top, I guess. Pretty cool, little bit of artwork. Now, one thing you're going to notice, it does not have a. Why is that out of focus? There we go. It doesn't have any. There's no QR code. Well, like, you know, usually if you look here, and here's Kickback's box, and you can see there's a QR code with his tech specs. Well, there's an answer for that. So what they decided to do is they actually put it on the inside here. So you take this out, and you can see here's the packaging. It's very much just like what you would expect from the Legacy line. Same pattern design. And here's the instructions here, and you can see here's this white piece of paper that tells you about the dangers of eating plastic or feeding it to small children. And then here's all the instructions, but on the back side here we've got, here it is. This is the QR code. So for Hot Rod, pretty cool. I'll put the link for that in the description below. Yes, and if you collect all three of these, you got Hot Rod, Iguanus, and Skywarp, you can make this Uber sword. Pretty cool. I think I don't know what sword it's for, but hey, that's neat. Actually, let's do a little something a little extra here, and I'm going to go on ahead and show you what it looks like on the website. So, there we go. Well, let's take a look here, and here it is. And you can see the animation and all that, and then Hot Rod, alt mode is a race car, function Cavalier, origin universe is G1, signature weapons that Energon sword, and fused with Energon to penetrate any substance. Okay, I can see through the camera here. Headstrong and impulsive, Hot Rod tends to live life in the fast lanes. And let's take a look at his skills. His strength is 10, his intelligence is 10, his speed is 9, so you're not that. And then his firepower is 10. Man, what, just a little slow, just tiny bit slow right here. I mean, come on, guys. You know, but that's basically what it looks like here, you know. So, and then of course on the website they show you this nice little animation with the toy and the figure. Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know. So just thought I would show you guys that. But the link for that will be in the description below, so you can stare at it all you want and read it and screen cap it and all that other stuff. And remember, the QR codes on these core class ones are actually here. And again, if you want to look at it yourself, like I said, I'll put the link in the description below. There it is. You can take a look at it yourself. Okay, let's take a look at this little guy. And well, hey, here he is. He comes with a sword. That's pretty much it. And it has some pegging capabilities here. It's got the smaller like handle at the bottom there, so he can hold it. But I think that's a 5mm, so also other larger figures can hold it as well. So, or they can fit on, now let's see here, what do I got? Does it fit like this here? Yeah, it sure does. It can fit on bulkhead side, or it can hold it here, you know, with that larger grip on that piece. The smaller grip is meant for your smaller figures, you know, your core classes. But let's talk about this figure a little bit. He's got ball joints on his legs, and they're a wee bit loose right here. So, I mean, you're gonna have to be careful with that, but it does give him a pretty good range of motion on that knee right there. Yeah, does not have any kind of waist swivel. That's okay. Anyway, don't break him. He's got his elbow joints do go past 90 degrees, and they are on ball pegs, so you can kind of get him into pretty interesting, poses there. And his shoulders are also on ball pegs, so yeah, and they'll give you all sorts of great range of movements, like that. So his hips are also on ball pegs, and they're a lot more solid than the knees. So yeah, so that's what it looks like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. His head is not on a ball joint. It's on I guess a mushroom style peg. Yeah, and it's a little hollow in the back there. Don't know if you can see that, but that's fine. And let's take a look here. This is a faux chest. False chest. We'll call it a false chest. So, but it looks pretty good. It's painted. Got the Autobot symbol right there. And there's the head sculpt of good old Hot Rod. Okay, yeah, so it looks pretty good. Nicely detailed. It's got the wheels, and we'll check out the wheels in his alt mode in a minute. Yeah, and there's something interesting here is that, so there's this little peg hole thing here. Now, let me see something real quick. Yeah, could you? Yeah, so you can store, no you can't. There's no way to store this. I mean, you could have it sticking out of his back. That's not really all that attractive looking, but an interesting thing is you can undo this and you can take this off here, and you'll see that it's kind of like a peg with a little key on the top, or a notch. Do you see that? So I could technically put it here, and I think the directions may even say, hey, yeah, do that, because then it makes it stand up like that. But I'm not really, I think it's fine in its default mode, which is just the other way around. So if you look here, I just put it here, and then I just leave it there. I actually like the way it looks better, so it looks better to me than having it on the back there. And let me take a quick look here and see. Whoops, you're not supposed to fall down, Hot Rod. In the directions here, if they actually say that. See, they don't actually, I don't think they actually say that. So, no, they don't. But you could do that, so it is possible to do. Anyway, so let's take a look and see what this thing looks like when it's transformed. By the way, this is paint, 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 and the spoiler's painted, and the face is painted. Paint, paint, paint. All right, so let's go ahead and transform him. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, and these arms, they're on double joints, so pull it up. And then this is going to tab into like his side here, if you can see that. Yeah, tab it into the side. So I'm going to go shoot like that. And make sure his head is straight. And yeah, that means that you're going to be able to see it. Turning this around doesn't seem to help. It will actually not, it'll impede the transformation. So you want to do the same thing on the other side. Pull it, collapse it, and then, it'll kind of tab in there. Kind of. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Now the next thing we want to do is take these legs and we put them out to the side. They're on double joints. We want to do that to it. And the same thing here. And then we're going to open this up here. And we're going to, before we do this, open up these back panels in the legs, which are part of his normal alt mode hood. Fold it all the way out. And then fold it up like this. So let's get them out like this. And it's going to look like a mess for a moment, but bear with me. Do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now what we should have, it should look like this, all kind of like that together. Now you'll see that this will peg into this here, right there. But ultimately what we want to do is we want to take this and fold this back down here. And do you see how these two tabs are here? They're kind of like tabs. So we're going to make sure those go underneath these cuts here when we fold it all the way back and we actually collapse these. So what we're going to do is going to collapse the legs into this area here. So, those should tab. They're not going to really tab in, but they are going to have to be underneath when you do this. And be careful because this is just a friction joint right here. So there's that. And this, let's see here if I can get this lined up. There we go. And then kind of give that a squeeze to align everything. Oops, and now, of course, this isn't going to align. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, make sure that the hands are inside there, like that. So this is what you're kind of dealing with here. Squeeze this all together so that you have all that lined up there and these there. Now, these, you can go ahead and just tab that together. You can see that little tab. But really, it's going to come together when you push these all down. And then and do like this. Kind of collapse all that in. And yeah, and then kind of push everything together, make sure everything's tabbed together. And there you go. Whoops, almost. There he is in his, I should tab together just a little bit better. There we go. Give me some crazy glue. It'll stay together if I use that, right? No, so anyway, there it is. So, and there he is in his alt mode. And yeah, he's a pretty cool looking car. You can see the little tabbed on things, and then you can see the squished up robot underneath here. Yeah, turning this around just makes the head stick up, makes this hood stick up. Now, there's no Autobot symbol here. You can use a repro label or something like that. Maybe you have an older, I have no idea. There are labels around. I have repro labels. That's what I'll do. I'll just put a clear red Autobot one there and just put it right there. And then I'll cut it with a little X-Acto knife to make it so when it splits, it doesn't look too bad. So, but of course we do have this here. The sword has a little peg hole, which will go right here. So you can kind of drive around with an Energon sword sticking out of your spoiler. So that's what he looks like. And yeah, does he roll? Yeah, he rolls. He looks great when he rolls too. So, yeah, so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Now, I said you can take this off, and it just leaves you with this. It does leave some interesting options, I suppose, if you wanted to put another gun on top of him or something from another Transformer. That is totally possible. Here's something that I have just sitting around. This is, I think this is from Jackpot or something. So see, yeah, you can kind of just do that number, whatever you like, So, but yeah, I just prefer to keep this right here. I don't really like even removing it. I think it works pretty well, There he is from the top, and there he is from the other side. But yeah, what do I think of this figure? I think this is a pretty decent figure. And I did pick this up from Hasbro Pulse, so I had it pre-ordered. Usually what I do with these pre-orders is I take them and I pre-order from them, and if I get a hold of them before from Hasbro Pulse, I'm happy. If I don't, and I have to get them from if I find them from the store, sometimes I'll cancel the order or something like that, and from Hasbro Pulse. So, but like if I find them over at Target or something like that, I refuse to pay exorbitant shipping fees from China. That's just kind of like, okay. I love my channel, but I do not want to, don't do this all the time. And I don't have enough of you little subscribers out there to, or big subscribers, big subscriber numbers quite yet to really go and, get any, I don't get any money from Google or anything like that. So anyway, does not matter because I'm still able to do the thing that I like to do, which is review these figures. One thing that I did not do was I didn't compare him with Optimus Prime, and here he is with the Core Class or Legends Class Optimus Prime, and here he is with the Core Class or Legends Class Starscream, which is a little back heavy there. So there he is. So yeah, do I recommend this figure? Yeah, if you like it all, it's a good figure to have, and if you're into the Legends or the Core scale, then this might be exactly the figure for you. Anyway, so if you like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and it'll help my channel out. I will talk to you guys next time.